Orks, turn 2! Hey everyone, welcome back to my in-depth review of the new Ork rules for Warhammer 40K 8th edition. As always, my name is Jay. In this video, I'll continue going through. I went through the HQs and troops. As I said, so far, it looks pretty cool. Obviously, they got nerfed in some ways, but overall, I think it's an improvement. It's going to make them much more competitive. Very, very assault-heavy, as always. Their shooting will be interesting, too, though. Yeah. Type melee. Yeah. Interesting stuff. That's what I say, too. You know? And now the other thing is I forgot to bring into consideration is that, remember, the guns for Orks are assault, so you can actually run and then shoot. Basically snap firing for the old rules. That's pretty cool. So let's continue. So let's start with the elites. Now the elites are actually where some really cool changes in this codex have happened. Non-bikers are still pretty nasty. Burna Boys, better and worse. I'd say they were still pretty nasty. So Burna Boys are movement 5 inches. Weapon skill hit on 3 ups. Doesn't matter. They have Burnas. Ballistic skill 5 ups. I'm sorry. You know what I meant. Strength toughness 4. And as I said, they've all been increased to strength 4 due to the fact that Furious Charge is no longer in the game. 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership 6, 6 up save. Now it's 5 power points, or let me see here, 5 power points or 14 points a model for each Burna. And they have Burnas. Now Burnas are now 8-inch range, assault D3, and what you do is you roll 1 dice at the beginning of the shooting, when you declare shooting with them, and it applies, the 1d3 applies to all the boys. So if you roll like a 6, it means all the boys get 3 shots each. They all don't need to roll to hit either, they automatically hit. And it's strength 4 AB-D1. So it automatically hits its target. And yeah, so that's pretty nasty. But again, it's strength 4. And it doesn't ignore cover anymore to my knowledge. So has its point. Like, you can get tons of wounds on little things. But I'd still prefer Ludas over Burna Boys because, again, if you want to just burn a bunch of little grumblies, Tyrannid Gaunts, awesome sauce. You can get a bunch of hits on Space Marines. Good. Forced wound. Not too bad. But doesn't ignore cover anymore. So that's not bad. So I think they're still really pretty, they're pretty powerful. Them in a battle wagon would be pretty nasty. And now instead of Big Macs, or I'm sorry, Max, they're called Spanner Boys. You can have 1 Spanner Boy for every 5 or 10. And what Spanner Boys are, they're mechanics. Basically, at the end of your movement phase, the Spanner can repair a single friendly clan vehicle, other than models that can fly. Within 1 inch, the model regains 1 wound lost earlier in a battle. A vehicle can only be repaired once per turn. And Pyromaniacs, if this unit destroys an enemy unit in the shooting phase, it automatically passes morale test until the start of your next turn. Cool. That's a pretty good thing. Up next, we have Tank Busters. Tank Busters are fun. Movement 5 inches, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 4, toughness 4. 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership 6, 6 up save. Each Tank Buster and Boss Knob is armed with rocket launcher, stick bombs, and Tank Buster bombs. Each bomb squid carries a squid bomb. And yeah, I think their points are under, I think they're 16, 17 points a model now. So not too bad. You know, because of rocket launches, you know, strength 8, 24-inch range, assault 1, AP -2, D3. So damage 3. That's pretty nasty. So these guys are going to take down some vehicles and do some wounds on things for sure. They'll definitely kill some Space Marines and even some, you know, they'll pretty much make mincemeat of Terminators if they fail their 4-up save. You know, wouldn't be bad. So, wouldn't be bad at all. And the only thing is about Squig Bombs is they're strength 8, assault 1, 18-inch range, AP -2, DD6. This weapon cannot be used to target models that can fly. Remove the bearer after making this attack. Cool. Cool stuff. And now Knobs. Obviously, Knobs are kind of the epitome of the Ork elite, and it's pretty crazy. So Orks are, again, Knobs are 5-inch movement, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 5, toughness 4. Once again, they added the strength because Furious Charge is no longer in. 2 wounds each, 3 attacks, leadership 6, 4 up save. And you can, of course, give them, you know, they're 11 power points for a squad of 5, or 17 points a model. And you can, give them a bunch of stuff. You can give them, kill saws or power stabbas. Kill saw is strength times 2, AP -4, D2. When attacking this weapon, you must subtract 1 from your hit roll. Once again, because things that used to go at initiative 1 are now going at the initiative, because if the assault they go first, they made them harder to hit with to balance it. A power stabba is strength user, AP -2, assault 1. Here we go, mob rule. Keeping order, roll d6 for each model that flees from the clan unit that is within 3 inches of any friendly clan unit with this ability. On a 6, that model doesn't flee, so they don't die if you fail a morale test. Cyborg body. Each time a model with a cyborg body, which I'm pretty sure they all have cyborg bodies like default, I guess, because it's the ability. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Maybe if they take a cyborg body? Oh, one may have a cyborg body. For every 5 models in the unit, one may have a cyborg body. That's kind of weird. Alright. And it's the old feel no pain, basically. If you takes a wound, or sorry, it's a really weak feel no pain. On a 6, the wound is not lost. Cool. But where knobs actually get really crazy is this one. The next one, because it said characters aren't allowed to touch squads, there's the knob with Wah banner. Now, I think this guy is going to be an auto-include in most armies, because he is a character, he's just got to surround him by a bunch of guys so they hopefully don't shoot him. Now, if your opponent has anything with like sniper, they're going to kill it first thing. Like, if I had a Vindicare Assassin, I'm going to shoot this guy first turn instantly, because he's movement 5 inches, strength 3, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 5, toughness 4, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 6, 4 up save. And he has a Wah banner, which units within 6 inches of any Wah banner add 1 to their number of hit rolls in the fight phase. Wow, that is scary. Very scary stuff. Keep in order, roll d6 each time a model flees from a clan with you within 3 inches. On a 6, it doesn't flee, because he has a Wah banner. Cool. And the Wah banner is also a weapon. Strength +2, D2. So, cool. Cool stuff. Next we have knob bikers. Of course, these are the staple. I'm going to still use them because they're pretty nasty. Now, the big thing with bikers, of course, in the new edition, there's no more jink. They don't have jink special rule. So they can't jink. They don't get no more cover saves, so they're just going to be lit up and die. But that being said, they're way more offensive as well. So I think this edition is more about offense and less about defense, essentially. Things die. Most things are less survivable. Other than vehicles, I guess they're more survivable, but infantry in general are less survivable, less ways for cover. And of course, save modifiers. So, interesting stuff. Knobs on bikes for a squad of 1 boss knob and 2 war bike knobs. It's 10 power points. It's hard to figure out the exact points. I guess you can add a bike to them and stuff, but their points are pretty much similar to what they were before. They have the Daka gun, Slugga, Choppa, stick bombs, right? Of course, you want to give them claws or big choppas. They have, here we go, mob rule, keep in order. But they're pretty nasty, and each time their movement is 14 inches. And because they have a bike adds 1 to toughness and 1 to the wounds. So you have 14-inch movement, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 5, toughness 5, 3 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 6, 4 up save. They are going to be hilarious and very, very, very offensive. They're going to die because they have 3 wounds each, but they're going to be lit up and they only have a 4 up armor save. So, and pretty much no, do they have access to Cyborg? No, they don't have access to Cyborg. You may want to get like a Pain Boy on a bike behind them. Mega Knobs, same thing. Mega Armor, once again, gives +1 wounds, but not to the +1 toughness. So they are 4-inch movement because they're slower. Weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 3 attacks, and these guys are 10 power points. And they're 25 points bare, but you have to add their stuff. So it's going to be about the same or more with the... It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive per guy when you add on their stuff back, I think. They take a Kill Saw, a Power Claw. Remember, Power Claws are now Strength times 2, AP -3, DD3. And when attacking this weapon, you must subtract 1 from the hit roll. They have Stick Bombs, and they're pretty nasty. You take up to 7 more. Each model is armed with a custom shooter, Power Claw, and Stick Bombs. So I guess they might actually be cheaper per model. Cool. So 3 wound Mega Knobs. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Commandos. Commandos are 6-inch movement. They're like the fastest of the orc guys that are on foot. 6-inch movement, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 4, toughness 4. 1 wound, 2 attacks. Leadership 6, 6 up save. The boss knob has an extra strength and wound and attack and leadership. You can give him a bunch, like anything you can give an orc boy, you can give a commando. Up to 2 commandos may replace their slug with a big shooter, burna, or rocket launcher. The boss knob may replace his choppa with one of the items from the choppy weapons list. They have Uriel Mob Rule, Sneaky Gits. Whenever they are in cover, add 2 instead of 1 to their saving throws. Cunning Infiltrators. During deployment, now this is pretty fun. During deployment, you may set up a unit of commandos in hiding, and instead of placing them on the battlefield at the end of any of your movement phases, you can just be like, now, they can stalk from their hiding place. Set them up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Pretty fun. Up next, we have the truck. Now, the truck is the core of the movement for a lot of people's lists for orcs. Now, I'm not a big orc truck guy. I do have a few trucks, so maybe I'll use them in this edition. But I'm more of a can walker list or large mob list. But still, trucks obviously got more survivable because now they have 10 wounds. They and obviously, depending on the number of wounds they have, they move different speeds. At 10 wounds, or between 6 and 10 wounds, they have movement 12 inches, strength 6, attacks 3. If they have 3 to 5 wounds, it's movement 8 inches, strength 5, 8, attacks D3, and at 1 to 2 wounds left, movement 6 inches, strength 4, attacks 1. Because now vehicles are living. Toughness 6, 10 wounds, as I said, 6 leadership, 4 up save. Cool. And they could have a Wrecking Ball, which is strength +1, AP -1, D1. The bearer can only make 3 attacks with his weapon each time it fights. You have a big shooter and rocket launcher. So Ramshackle. Now obviously they've changed the rules for Ramshackle. Roll a d6 each time the model suffers damage from an attack that has a damage characteristic of more than 1. On a roll of 6, reduce the damage caused by the attack by 1. To 1. Sorry, 2-1. That's not bad. Open-topped models embarked in this vehicle can attack in the shooting phase. Measure the range and draw a line of sight from any point of the model. When they do so, any restrictions or modifiers that apply to this model also applies to passengers. For example, passengers cannot shoot if the model is fallen back in the same turn, cannot shoot except with pistols if this model is within 1 inch of an enemy model, and so on. Explodes. Cool. A truck can transport 12 orc infantry models. Each mega armor jump pack model counts as 2. Interesting. And that's for 5 power points. Or let me see how trucks are. I think they got really expensive. Yeah, 76 points now. 76 points. Now, as most vehicles did, you're going to see that across the line, vehicles got more expensive because now they're so much more survivable. Up next, we have the fast attack choices. Now, there's a bunch of fast attack choices. Really, a lot of fast attack choices. So maybe we'll go with fast attack and then do one more video after this because this video is going to be really long. Storm Boys. 3 power points for a squad of 5 Storm Boys. Of course, you can put in a knob. Storm Boys are now 8 points a model, so slightly cheaper than they were before. They move 12 inches, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 4, toughness 4, 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership 6, 6 up save. They have Slug Choppa stick bombs. The boss knob can replace the Choppa with one of the items in the choppy list. It doesn't say that you can replace anything else. Yeah, I guess not. Here we go, mob rule, full throttle. This unit can advance and charge in the same turn, but if it does so, roll a d6 for each model. After any overwatch has been resolved, for each roll one, that the unit suffers a mortal wound. That's amazing. So what they can do is they can move 12, run, and assault. So they can assault like what, 30 inches, turn 1, if they roll really high. Cool, but on a 1, they just lose a member. Like you roll, if 5 guys assault in, after they're shot to bits, you roll 5 dice, see if any of them die. So that's pretty fun. I like it. Deathcopters. 5 power points. 55 points a model. Ouch. They are movement 14 inches. Weapon skill 3 up. Ballistic skill 5 up. Strength 4. Toughness 5 because they're on bikes. 4 wounds. Makes them more survivable. No jink. Remember that. I don't think they have jink anymore. No. Maybe roll afterwards. They have scout still. 2 attacks. Leadership 6 up. save, 4 up. The unit contains 1 Devcopter, and you can give it any Devcopter may replace this Copter rockets. Oh, so it comes based with rockets now. That's why it's gotten more expensive. It has, yeah, Devcopter rockets, which are the, strength 24-inch assault 2, strength 8, AP -2, D3. Cool. With a custom mega blaster or big shooter, any Devcopter can take a big bomb or kill saw. Kill saw is of course strength times 2, AP -4, 2. And has also spinning blades, strength +1. Make D3 hit rolls for each attack made with this weapon instead of 1. So if you don't want to give it a kill saw, I'm pretty sure it just says spinning blades. Doesn't really say. Each model is equipped with spinning blades and kill. Yep, so there you go. Spinning blades, strength +1, D1. And you get D3 hits. So if you do 4, with the 2 attacks each, they actually do 6 attacks. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Here we go, Mob Roll Turbo Boost. This model when this model advances, add 6 inches to its move characteristic for that movement phase instead of rolling a dice. Wow. Not bad. So guaranteed 6 inches. Scouting ahead during deployment, you can set up a unit of Devcopters behind enemy lines instead of placing it on the battlefield. At the end of any movement phase, Devcopters can swoop around to ambush the foe, set them up anywhere on the battlefield as more than 9 inches away from any other models and within 14 inches of a battlefield edge. Big Bomb. Devcopter equipped with a Big Bomb can drop it as it flies over enemy units in the movement phase. After the Devcopter is moved, pick 1 enemy unit that it flew over, then roll a d6 for each model in the enemy model unit, up to a maximum of 5 dice. For each roll 5 up, the target suffers 1 mortal wound. It can only do this once per battle. Cool. Up next we have the Daka Jet, the Burn Bomber, and the Blitz Bomber, and the Waz Bomb Blasted Jet. They're all pretty crazy. They all have 12 wounds. That's pretty nasty. 12 wounds, they can, and at between 7 and 12 wounds, they can move. The Daka Jet can move 20 to 60 inches. Ballistic skill 5 up, 3 attacks with 4 to 6 wounds left. 20 to 40 inches. Ballistic skill 6 up, attacks D3. Remaining wounds 1 to 3. Movement 20 to 25 inches. Ballistic skill 6 up, attacks 1. It is strength 6, toughness 6, 12 wounds, leadership 6, 4 up save. Airborne, this model cannot charge, can only be charged by units that can fly, and can only attack or be attacked in the fight phase of units that can fly. That's cool. So now I guess flying monstrous creatures can attack things in the air. Cool. Hard to hit, your opponent must subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target this model in the shooting phase. There you go, it's harder to hit flyers. Supersonic each time this model moves. First pivot up on the spot up to 90 inches, and then move the model straight forwards. Note that it cannot pivot again after the initial pivot. When this model advances, increase its move characteristic by 20 inches until the end of the phase. Do not roll. Daka Daka Daka. If a Daka Jet targets the same unit with all of its super shooters, which it comes with 4. It comes with 4. And you can get up to 2 more. You can add 1 to all of those hit rolls. Nice. Nice. And the super shooter is 36-inch range, assault 3, strength 6, AP 1, D1. Crash and burn. This model reduces 0 wounds before roll a D6 before moving from the battlefield. On a 6, it crashes and explodes. Each unit within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. Burn a Bomber. It's equipped with a single model equipped with having 2 big shooters, 2 super shooters, and 2 burner bombs. A burner bomber can drop 1 burner bomb. A burner bomber can drop 1 burner bomb as it flies over enemy units in the movement phase. After the burner bomber has moved, pick 1 enemy unit that it flew over and roll a d6 for each model in that unit. Add 1 to the dice rolls if the enemy unit is infantry. For each 5 up, the unit being bombed suffers a mortal wound. Supersonic, of course, explosive demise. Grunt Gunner, when a burner bomb attacks with its twin big shooter, add 1 to its hit rolls because it's a garrote. Airborne, and hard to hit. Cool. Blitzabomber. The Blitzabomber is a single model equipped with a big shooter, 2 super shooters, and 2 boom bombs. The boom bomb sounds like the boo box from Hook. The boo box. Boo. Boom bomb. Holy moly, tongue twister. You can drop 1 boom bomb as it flies over enemy units in the movement phase. After the Blitzabomber has moved, Pick one enemy unit that it flew over. Then roll a d6 for each model in the unit, up to a maximum of 10 dice. Roll 3 dice instead for each vehicle or monster creature in the unit. For each roll of Throw Plus, the unit being bombed suffers a mortal wound. That's nasty. When a Blitz Bomb attacks with its big shooter, add 1 to its rolls because Grunt Gunner, Crash and Burn, Airborne, hard to hit, Supersonic. Cool. And then there's the Waz Bomb Blasted Jet. Once again, 12 wounds. These things all have 12 wounds. So they have a so it is equipped with 2 Waz Bomb Mega Cannons, a Smash-A-Gun, and Stick Bomb Flinga. Smash-A-Gun is 36 inch range, heavy 1, strength star, AP -4, DD6. Instead of making a wound roll with this weapon, roll 2d6. If the result is equal to or greater than the target's toughness, the attack successfully wounds. Cool. Roll 2d6. Okay, that's cool. That's going to be good for knocking out big things. DD6, so that could take off 6 wounds off a monster creature. Not bad at all. Stick Bomb Flinga. 12 inch range, assault 2d6. Strength 3, AP, nothing. DD1. Super Shooter. It has a teleporting Mega Blaster. You can give it a teleporting Mega Blaster, which is 24 inch range, assault D3, strength 8, AP 2-. D1. If a model suffers any unsafe wounds from this weapon and is not slain, roll a d6 at the end of the phase. If the result is greater than the model's wound characteristic, it's slain. Nice. And the Maz Bomb Mega Cannon, 36 inch range, heavy D3, strength 8, AP -3, DD3. If you roll 1 or more hit rolls of 1, the bearer suffers a mortal wound, so it gets hot. Makes sense. Airborne, hard to hit, supersonic. Mech Brain Enhanced Weapon Sights. A Maz Bomb Blasted Jet does not suffer the penalty to hit rolls for moving and firing heavy weapons. In addition, this model can shoot a single enemy unit in each shooting phase, add 1 to its hit rolls for attacks made against that unit with this model Smash-A-Gun. Cool. Custom Force Field. Nice. 5-up invul. All models within 9, all squads completely within 9 inches of it. Crash and Burn. So I'm gonna try that one. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna try first. Warbikers. Warbikers are 27 points each now. They got pretty cheap, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they're cheaper. This unit contains 3 Warbikers, and they're 5 power points. And you can basically give them, you know, the boss knob can replace his Choppa with one of the weapons in the choppy weapon section. And they're getting, you know, extra toughness, obviously, and an extra wound. So Warbikers have 2 wounds, boss knob has 3 wounds. War Tracks, 4 power points. Nobody cares about War Tracks, but let's keep going. Movement 12 inches. Of course, Warbikers can move 14 inches. War Tracks, 12 inch move. Weapon skill 3 up, blitz skill 5 up. Strength 4, toughness 5, 6 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 6, 4 up save. Has a twin big shooter, and that's 36 inch range, assault 6, strength 5, AP, nothing, D1. As Outriders during deployment, you can set up a unit of War Tracks on the army's flank instead of placing it on the battlefield. At the end of any of the movement phases, the War Tracks can race in to encircle a foe. Set them up so that each model is touching a battlefield edge, and is more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Yeah, interesting circumstantial. And that's it for the fast attacks. I'm probably going to call it here. Probably make one video later more with the heavy supports, my final choices, my final thoughts. What do I think about the elites? As I said, non-bikers are going to be crazy powerful. Yes. Burner Boys are pretty strong too. Now the only thing is about, obviously, Warbikers, no more Jinx save. So they're going to die. They're going to hurt hard, and they're going to die fast. And that's kind of the new theme of Warhammer 40K 8th edition. Other than giant monsters, creatures have tons of wounds, things are going to hit hard and die fast. As far as the fast tech goes, the planes are going to be pretty fun too. That's going to be really fun. I think it's good at Codex. So far, it's really assault driven, but there's still some shooting. Obviously, remember, with assault weapons, you can run and still shoot. Just at -1 to your ballistic skill. And Orks have some pretty fun. Storm Boys are going to be hilarious when they jump across the battlefield and assault turn 1, if any of them survive. Good stuff. I really like this new Codex so far, these new rules. So let's keep going. What do you think? Most importantly, what do you think about this new Codex rules of Orks? I'm going to keep doing this with more videos. Stay tuned for more videos, of course. And as always, it's a free content video. So a huge thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. As you can see, their names go by my head right now. Huge thank you if you want to support my Patreon campaign and support my free videos. Keep going. It's through Patreon that I'm able to do all these reviews because I use the funds to purchase the books. So stay tuned for more videos. Leave comments in the comment section down below what you think about the new Orks and 8th edition. Stay tuned for more vids and talk soon. This is Jay saying, happy painting.